Hey everyone, it's Christine. I'm here to give you some more insight on how to take upon yourself everything that already belongs to you. That's one thing that you have to remember is and keep reminding yourself it's already yours, that desire, if it's life-giving to you and others, okay? So before I jump into this though, I wanted to remind you to hit the like button, the subscribe button if you haven't already, and tell your friends about this channel so they can also have that life that they were meant to live, the abundant life, okay? And my website is down below. If you want to reach out to me, any questions, my email will be there, or if you want one-on-one coaching with me, okay? You can go there and set up an appointment with me. I should get back to you within 24 hours. So let me jump into this and what I wanted to talk to you about, the two key components into manifesting fast and easy and effortlessly, okay? The two things everyone needs to, including myself, all this that I'm teaching, I practice it myself daily and, remind myself daily of the things that I teach you as I continue to learn, listening to other people or reading books or whatever. I'll get back to what I was going to say though with the two components and that I also do this, but I just wanted to say this. I would jump around from video to video, but now if I find one that really, really resonates with me, 1, 2, or 3 of them, I will go back and listen to that over and over and over again, because there's been many times where I've listened to one again, like later on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't remember them saying that, So we have to really focus on what we're listening to, and at the same time, keep listening to it over and over until you build those pathways in your brain. Just like when you want to manifest something, we're going to roll things over and over in our mind. Okay, sorry I went off on a little trail there. The two key components. Number one, like I said, I have to, I point my finger at myself, not in a condemning way, but Christy, you've got to remember this, I say, that I am responsible for my own life. I am the creator of everything. Well, everything's already been created for us, but I'm the chooser, I should say, because that word create actually means choose, okay? So I am the one who has to go back within and realize if I don't like something out here, then I chose it inadvertently. Of course, I'm not going to, purposely choose something that I don't want to experience out here, but because of past experiences, and the emotions and reacting or whatever over and over again, or certain beliefs that got in there ever since we were kids, ever since I was a kid, might still be coming up and inadvertently being pushed out here into this physical world. So whether it, however it got in there into my subconscious, I have to be like, okay, but I'm still responsible for that, taking those thoughts captive and choosing the thing that I do want over and over as I see it, projected out here. And like I said, in the past, remember that if you're seeing something out here that you don't desire, don't look at that as an enemy. Look at that as, okay, and I've said this many times, just look at it as, that's just some information for me. That's good information for me to let me know that I need to change. And I'm speaking to myself, those thoughts surrounding that into my desire and the way I want to see it, right? And the second component is that you really have to get these two components. First, we have to take responsibility and realize that we chose what we're seeing out here because we're like a mirror and it's projecting out, or like a projector projecting out and reflecting back to us. And number two, we have to realize our power, okay? If we don't realize the power that's within us, and that we have been given the rule and reign, and that God has given the control over to us in a sense to choose what we want. He did say, you choose life or death. He's not going to do it for us. He created everything for us already, and that spirit on the inside of us is just waiting. Your spirit's just waiting and willing and ready to project out here all of your desires for you to experience them. And as you keep, realizing that it is the spirit as that desire, that fruit will remain, okay? And I want to add something else in here, we have to also realize that, our ego and wanting to put our hand to something without having the realization or the belief that it's already done of whatever we're going to put our hand to, then we have to realize let me say it this way. Okay, so the difference between willpower, which comes from the ego, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to take control out here, versus going within first. And then when you do put your hand to something or whatever needs to be done to arrange everything out here for us, through the power of the Spirit, it will be so natural you won't even realize you're doing it, versus I'm going to take control of this, I'm going to tell this person off, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, or whatever. That's the ego, okay? That's thinking from the left side. And we have to yield to that, or I don't use the word make because I don't want us to think that we're in a fight here. We need to just yield those thoughts to the power of the Holy Spirit, to the power of the mind of Christ, your true mind, your true self. I was out driving on the road earlier, and I came up on a point. I wanted to throw this in here, and I came to the point where, I'm coming up this way, cars are coming this way towards me, and I can turn, but there's a yield sign for them. And I travel that road a good bit, and in the past I've been in fear that they're not going to realize that yield sign is there, because some people are coming from another state into the state that I live in. There's just the border's not too far away from each other. So I'm like, and so I will sometimes slow down and think and look over there and think, oh my God, are they going to stop? Do they see that yield sign? They have to yield to me. And it hit me today. I'm like, this is the same way with thoughts and thinking from the mind of Christ. You just keep barreling through with your desires and what you want to see in the mind of Christ, that you have peace, that you have joy, that you have unconditional love. You keep on going through. And as those other thoughts are trying to come up in there, just like that other car, they have to yield to that. If you just keep your focus and keep going straight, they have to yield, just like that car had to yield to me, okay? And I had to quit being in fear over that and keep looking over there. So same way with our thoughts, just keep focus. Keep focus on the mind of Christ and your desire. As long as it's life-giving, you'll know, and it makes you feel good, and it's a really peaceful feeling, that you have no doubts. You'll know that that's coming from the mind of Christ versus the left side and the egotistical mind, or thoughts from your past trying to, create whatever, in your head because of past experiences, like I said, past emotions, trying to come up. As you don't look over there. Don't look over. I had to even tell myself, don't look over there and don't worry about that. They have to yield. So keep your focus is the main point, okay? So I hope this helped you in some way, and I believe that it did, actually. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.